Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. Definitely helps the channel grow. So that was the deck list. Sorry, I know I've been planning on putting some content during the weekend, but I had to just recover as much as possible. And so I apologize for not having some weekend uploads. Now, Lim and that, I think it's what, Prince something. I like to think of those two cards as key cards. Now, because they're almost the same card, and I do mean almost, we did trim Lim down to 2 because Lim does not have counter power. So that was the reason why. So originally we played 4, but it was like, you know what? Maybe we don't need 4. So we compromised to 2 because I was thinking 3. I was thinking like 3 guard points, 3 limbs, but what you call it, my homie was like, nope, let's keep the guard points and just put the limbs to 2. And you know, thinking about it, Lim and the guy in our hand, they're kind of the same card. So when on the opponent's turn, if the guy gets KO'd by a card effect, your leader gets 2,000 power for the turn. While Lim, if Lim gets KO'd on your opponent's turn, so Lim can block and get KO'd, or be KO'd by a card effect, what you call it, you give minus 2,000 power to a character or leader, ultimately just negating an attack. Because when you're 6k leader by default and somebody's losing 2,000 power, there's a good chance they can't swing at you, or at least they would have to invest a lot to swing at you. So yeah, Lim has no counter power, and given the technical circumstances, I would say that Prince guy is better. I think it's Prince something, but yeah. So now obviously it's to each his own. Oh, Ace's ability just kicked in. To each his own. Of course, feel free to make edits. Feel free to pick whatever card y'all want, whatever card y'all choose to favor. Just feel free. But that's just the thought process behind it, just so y'all know. Now, yeah, the overall deck has been performing well, I would like to say. So hopefully any Whitebeard players out there will enjoy the build. It is just basically like being 6k is just offense and defense, right? So in my mind, it's like, yeah, you can just swing for 6k constantly, then your opponent has to deal with it. Playing cards like Yasop, making you a 7k, playing cards like Ninebeard is great, and then playing Lim that could potentially block 2 attacks, you know, one with the blocker ability and the other with the negative 2,000 power, and then the Prince guy. So in other words, it's just extra defense that really walls off the opponent. Essentially, you're really walling off the opponent. Original Whitebeard builds truly relied on cards in hand to be able to wall off the opponent. But you know, things have changed, strategies have been developed, constant pokes for 6k, yada yada. So you know, this build, was it Rayleigh to just maintain hand size, which is excellent for leaders of 6k power. Being able to maintain or go plus in hand size is hyper strong for 6k leaders. That this ace is gaining its value. Ooh. And they want it off the board for obvious reasons, because that's why we play ace, because it's sticky, just so y'all know. So it's just obnoxious. It has rush, very strong. It just really works well. It has rush. It's very sticky. Yeah, at this point we're going to need to use a guard point. And it can help us be relentless, because you look at our leader swinging for 6k, and you look at ace just being sticky swinging for 6k. If we attack board, I don't think there's much they can do. We got 3 attacks. You can give a rest. Yeah, you give a rested Dawn to one of the aces. So we're just swinging for 8 at the moment. I guess seeing if Rebecca wants to block. They do. Attach Dawn, swing. That goes off the board. And of course, we're going to get that Brook off the board. Our game state is very devastating right now. Leader cannot attack. Hina is going to have to swing big. And this is the part that I love. Because they're in the situation that they're in, they have to invest in some sort of board development, which eats up their Dawn, which makes it harder for characters to swing. But if I'm correct, thanks to that stage, Luffy's going to be able to attack, but they don't. Okay, cool. Now, we don't have another 9-beard, but we do have a Yasop. Now, maybe we want a blocker on the board. Are they going to defend? Okay, they're defending. There's a lot of attacks. I ain't going to lie to you. I wonder if they got the combo where Luffy gets double attack and then they're going to try to swing twice. I wonder if the player oh, that happened. I wonder if the player recognizes that play exists. Yeah, we're gonna need some blockers on that board. So yeah, we want to make sure we had a healthy amount of counter power in the deck, because counter power is going to be very important, especially since we put ourselves to 0 with this leader. And 1k counter power goes a long way, since the traditional strategy with to fight against Whitebeard is just to keep swinging for exact numbers. So 6 or 8 or whatever Whitebeard is at. Nobody really likes to swing over because they know the defense that Whitebeard has usually allows him to gain so much value out of like guard points or radical beams. So they like to swing exact and just constantly poke. So 1k counters go a long way with Whitebeard. I would like to take this moment to say thank you for watching our content. Thank you for supporting us. And feel free to make any request. If there's a leader that you guys would like to see a build for or anything like that, just give us the heads up. Let us know, and we'll just start working on a build. Because, for the most part, you can say we're shooting in the dark. I wonder why we protected that. I'm kind of curious. It does force their hand. Okay, so they're going for life. This might be endgame, so yeah, we might just choose to take. We have so many attacks. Too bad we don't have the guy that moves rested Dawn. So are they going to attack with Luffy, or are they going to protect Luffy by leaving him active? I wonder if they did that just to get a card out of hand. Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Essentially, we're just shooting in the dark. We're always trying to go for lower tier leaders, leaders we think people want to see, stuff like that. So if there is something y'all would like to see specifically, Roger, feel free to just let us know and we'll go for it. We might already have some sort of build or idea for it. It's just that there's so many leaders in this game. It's I want to say it's reached a point of like impossible for us to just like have a build for every leader and release a video before the next set comes out. It's a race against the clock at this point, and it's just very difficult. There's just like so many leaders in this game and not enough time in between each sets, and starter decks at that. The starter decks be, potentially changing the meta. So Blackbeard pokes just to see if we was gonna chuck a card. Smart move, but luckily we didn't. Now it does confuse me that they chose to use their leader ability, but I would say it stops us from using our Yasop. But to my knowledge, Blackbeard players like to hold off just so they can keep like a healthy hand size, and then they'll start using their leader ability mid-game or something. Unless this counts as mid-game. 6k swing. Maybe drop an Ezo. Okay, we choose to take. I don't think we need the Ezo. Okay, there we go. But yes, definitely happy with this build. I think it allows Whitebeard to be more of a contender. And when you think about it, we have a healthy amount of cards that help with board removal, at least KO, because trash is different. You got blocker Marco, a lot of blockers. And then the blockers gain extra value. So you got this Prince guy, you got Marco, and you got Lim. And then there's Ace. So if any of these things are being KO'd with effects, they have an effect to essentially allow them to deal with whatever the opponent is just dishing out. Ooh, 10k swing. Are you going to chuck a lot of cards to keep it? Yes, you are. Well, that wasn't a lot, in my opinion. Well, maybe it was. 10k swing, got to get 4,000 over. If it was 2Ks, then it wasn't a lot. Oh, we lost our Don guy. But yeah, if he was to remove one of our blockers with a card effect, well, guess what? You just essentially lose a turn. It's gonna be hard to swing over 8,000 without investing a crap ton of Don to do it. Same thing with Lim, you most likely lose an attack. Ace, you're wasting a card, kinda, unless you're just using the card just to get us to reduce him to 4,000. I don't know. But it's like, in terms of efficiency, of course we're going to use his effect rather than just let you have a free removal. Lots of cards, lots of Don. His board is looking relatively delicious. Who we attacking? Yep, okay, cool. The fun thing about our blockers right now is if he removes any of them with the card effect, or KO, I should say. If any of them are getting KO'd and not trash, guess, oh, there you go. We just got pumped. Oh, that's a 10 drop. They are thinking right now. I believe they technically can swing at us, right? He's pumped by 3k right now. Tough decisions, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hand size looking relatively healthy. His hand size is looking relatively weak. Ooh, we are dropping Roger. So what this does now is if he chooses to block with his 10 drop, he's going to lose the game. Are we chucking a card? Yes, we are. And that's gone. That's clearly gone. Okay, now the thing that makes this a little scary is that we have no active Don to play defense, but we have 2 blockers. And I want to say we have a strong counterattack, but he just played another 10 drop, which stops us from what you call it. It stops us from attacking with our Roger, so that's annoying. Huh. I gotta read that. I gotta read Blackbeard. I don't know. Oh, we're dropping another Roger. That's coming off the board. Poke for 6. Oh my god. They chose to block. I'm happy I got to see that. I'm happy I got to see that. That's a nice sequence of cards. We can essentially grab everything except for the Ezo, but that's fine. Duplicates galore. Oh, they got rid of our Ezo. I really want to figure out why they're choosing to just discard cards so much. Well, mind you, I don't know if this is a rematch or a different person. I'm going to assume it's a different person. But what is this? Maybe it's because it's a Whitebeard. I don't know. Maybe that's the strategy. You see a Whitebeard player, you just keep activating your leader ability. Now, granted, if we choose to starve them out, that could make it very difficult for them to maintain their hand size. Four cards in hand, they activated their ability again. So us attacking gives them some cards. Oh, we ended our turn. Well, we have Dawn for guard point. Oh, we're at 3 life. Okay. We're at 3 life, so if we play Marco, we wouldn't be able to use his ability if he gets removed if he gets KO'd, we won't be able to use his ability. Too bad there wasn't a different play that could have been made. Yep, Dark holding it again, and they got their Searcher. So if we can get the Searcher off the board, then they won't have access to so many damn cards. So as long as that Searcher's on the board, they're essentially getting a free leader ability. Okay, Marco is live right now. All those Yasabs. Oh, he didn't. No. It went away. Okay, my bad. When I didn't see the black hole effect, I was like, oh, we could have played. But then it's like, no, it's his turn now. That's why it's not there. Oh, that card trashes. He just got around our ability. So many cards in hand. Oh, we chose to take. That's interesting. I was gonna say so many cards in hand, we can easily just discard one card. So we could gain some defense here. Sadly, because of the black hole ability, if we was to 9-beard, we wouldn't get the on-play effect. And we're attacking at lead. I guess we're gonna essentially race them? I don't know. Ooh, another attack at lead. They're thinking, because I'm guessing they don't want to get that low on life. Oh man, and it is kind of scary that we're just leaving their searcher on the board. I'm thinking Limb, because Limb is 3, and that would give us an active Dawn, so we can play guard point. But we have a lot of counter power, so let's see what happens. They're gaining a lot of mileage with their searcher. Oh, that's looking like a 10 drop. Nullify, can attack. Leader ability. Yeah, this is perfect because it's stopping us from 9 dropping. So we have Ace, I guess, to keep attacking and putting pressure. 6k swing. Yeah, this Whitebeard is freaking making sure we can't gain that Yasat benefit. Play Rayleigh, which sucks that we don't get to have access to the draw ability, because then we could have just maintained our hand. But right now, Lim has access to just negative 2k something, which is just going to make it real easy for us to survive. Or easier to survive. Oh, okay, they got rid of our Rayleigh. Dang, all these cards in hand. A classic Whitebeard situation. Just so many cards in hand. This is kind of poetic, right? We're going against 2 Blackbeard decks with Whitebeard. We're using Ace, right? This is like low-key a canon event. No, this I don't count as a canon event, right? Let's just say poetic. We're going to go with that. It's poetic. Oh, they got rid of our Marco. It's been trashed. Yeah, we lost 2 puzzle pieces off our board. Might as well start attacking. Oh, they chose not to attack. $10 Dawn, but I want to say defense might be our best bet. So, you know, maybe continue playing blockers. Maybe you can take advantage with Ace. We're going to attack first. I respect it. Well, normally that's what you would do. You would make your attacks first and then play your cards. Okay, poke for no Dawn. I'm sure we're going to get a block. Oh, he chucks. That's weird. What would you be afraid of getting a free block with your 10 drop? Like, I could understand, like, you have another blocker. We didn't really have any other attacks. And you still would have had the counter power if we would have played a rush card. So you just chucked extra cards for no reason when you could have just blocked with your 10 drop. And they're getting another card in their hand. And I guess it's safe to assume that they don't have another 10 drop. So They are digging right now. If they can't really make a big push, then we might get the luxury of being able to just start swinging for game. No life. Can't afford to attack with the 10 drop because they need the defense. So they got no life, 2 blockers. Hand size is virtually dead right now. Big boy swing. Are we gonna see a limb block? Block with limb. Lower that power. Ah. Okay, we just chose to counter out instead. No block. Okay. We have plenty of counter power in hand. If you do that, you guarantee lost. Oh, we got 2 rush characters, technically. We got so many attacks right now. Because Rayleigh can attack. What do you call it? And technically, is that enough Dawn? No, I can't remember if Diamond Jozu needs 2 Dawn to have rush or just the 1. Attack. Yeah, I think we got too many attacks nonetheless. They got 2 blockers. They got 2 Dawn up, so we can assume that's going to be in an event. Ooh, they got rid of our blocker. Which technically could have also turned into an attacker. Yep, not enough cards in hand, so they have to block. And then attack with lead, and then attack with ace. You gotta love it. Ace low-key just got his revenge. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all like the deck and are interested in playing it. And, thanks for watching.